Hello everybody, welcome back to the Markapi Sioux Network. Today, this video, I'm like happy, but I'm also sad. I'm happy because this video is really entertaining and the ending is very, it's a good ending. Justice is served, I'll say that, spoiler alert. But it's also sad that people like this actually exist in this world and it's not just a fairy tale. A little background information on what's going on here. This officer is pretty much just saying, hey, the city has shut down this public park. The city owns the public park, so you can't be here. Like, he obviously doesn't want to like kick people out of the park. Like, he's not there to be like, oh, don't have fun, but he's just doing his job. Also in the background, the kids are just like crying, going wild, so this is already not off to the most optimal start. Now, this officer is super respectful. Like, he's not like saying, oh, you're bad people. He's just explaining the situation to them. And when this woman starts to talk, I try not to judge people, but like her voice, man, like honestly, I would rather like eat my own poo-poo than listen to her. It's unpleasant. It's not epic, as I would say.
I wish you could stay and play. Some angry kids, I get it. Hi guys. So, sorry, hopefully this thing will open up soon. Okay, you guys have any questions?
Well, it's a public park, so I do wonder why it's being closed when it's a public park. I mean, we're not breaking a law.
Well, the city closed it, and the city can close the park at any time.
Under what grounds? Under what grounds can they just come in and...
The city code says they can.
But we have to still pay taxes, right? And we're paying taxes down. We don't get a refund on the parks we're paying for.
I am not the one to argue with. The one to argue with, if you don't like it, is the mayor.
Then they whip out the classic, oh, we're paying taxes, and like, we own this park. I mean, like, you can say that about a lot of things. Like, I pay taxes on Social Security, but I don't own old people, Like, I think that's a very poor argument, and they're like, oh, like, city code, what a joke. And like, they're kind of playing it, like, they're just being super disrespectful about it.
Or the parks director. I'm just a law enforcement officer, and I've been asked to come here and make sure everyone leaves. So,
Right, you're the line of enforcement on an order that, quite frankly, is unconstitutional.
Okay, that's something to take up with the mayor and the parks director.
But you're enforcing it right now.
Yeah.
It's your choice, right?
I could enforce it. I could charge people, but I don't want to do that.
Have you done that? Have you done that at any point?
I have not.
Okay,
And I don't
do you
want
plan to? If people decide to...
Ma'am, don't get mad at me.
I'm not.
just
we're
out here. I'm
frustrated.
trying to...
Right.
So this
Don't
is
be
the
mad
deal.
at us. We're just the moms are paying taxes and frustrated with this whole thing.
I pay taxes too, and I'm frustrated with it as well.
Here's where I completely empathize with the police officer. Like, regardless of what you think of police officers, he's doing the classic, hey, like, I don't make the rules, I'm just enforcing them. And he clearly doesn't want to have to kick people out of the park. Like, if you're a cash register and someone comes up at you, you're like, oh, why is this price? Like, I'm just a grunt. I am a mere peon, a mere plebeian. I do not set the prices. The owner of the shop sets the prices. I'm just charging you for the prices. It's ridiculous. Then they bring up, oh, it's unconstitutional. And, oh, you're enforcing that. He's like, yeah, maybe I don't agree with it, but it's my job to enforce it. And, like, he doesn't have a choice. Like, he wants to keep his job. He doesn't come to your job and be like, oh, why are you making me pay full price? Why don't you give me half off? Like, it's your job.
But you gotta leave the park.
Or what?
Well, the playground.
So we can be over there on the green grassy area.
Absolutely.
On the paths with
It doesn't make sense to me.
Whoever wants to talk.
So then the other officer steps in. He's basically like, hey, here's the park guy who like actually knows the laws and whatnot. And like, he sets, with the whole global pandemic disease going on, he's like, hey, you probably shouldn't be out here. And it's already off to a bad start. No one's practicing the 6-foot social distancing rule. Like, let's just bring all of our children together for a play date. That's a great idea because kids are very clean and hygienic and they do not spread germs.
So it's up to you if you decide you would like to like press charges or... Gotcha? No, we're just moms.
We're just trying to protect people here.
Right.
Out in the air with the sun.
Right. Protect us from getting vitamin D and letting our kids play in the sunshine. I mean...
Protecting us from getting vitamin D. First of all, there's so many products like milk, that are just fortified with vitamin D. Okay, let's say you can't have milk. Let's say you're lactose intolerant. Like, fuck off, first of all. Second of all, there's vitamin D supplementation. One capsule, it costs basically like nothing. $8 for a year supply. Like, that's such a poor excuse. Fuck your vitamin D.
You guys, you haven't read that the virus stays on plastic for like 72 hours and stuff like that?
So it doesn't stay on plastic in Costco or anywhere else places are open with social distancing?
It's kind of a gotcha thing, isn't it?
No, we have rights.
You guys organized to do this?
No, we're just tired of this.
So all of you just showed up?
We showed up here so we could let our kids play and have a play date.
It's the mayor's order.
We showed up and it doesn't look close to us.
Yeah.
The classic Costco example. Yes, just because an essential business such as Costco is open and germs can be spread there, does not mean you need to come to a closed park, which is non-essential. Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't even know why I'm arguing against the side. Like, it's clear, they're clearly wrong.
You know, I saw it when I got here. I did.
Social distancing order too, right?
Then maybe you should stay away from us. Do you have the virus?
I'm trying to back off, so you're supposed to,
You don't have a mask on.
I've already made this point, but they're showing up to let their kids have a play date while there's a global pandemic going on that's spread through, like droplets of particles spread throughout the body, and kids always cover their mouths and they always sneeze into their elbows. Oh my goodness. It's just a recipe for disaster. The guy's trying to back up and he's like, hey, social distancing, 6-foot rule. And they're like, oh, like, we don't have the virus. Like, it's not like you can be asymptomatic. And then they turn it on him. What, do you have the virus? He's trying to get away from you. Like, I don't even know what to say.
Arrest me for being in the car. Do it. Report it.
Okay, this is not. Officer, you don't want to do that. Officer, you don't.
You're being detained. Am I being arrested or detained? Am I arrested or detained? Someone call Idaho Freedom Foundation right now and get them on the phone.
Call now. I'm recording. Someone else call. Okay.
Arrest me. Do it. As she puts her arms behind her back, just like she's like, just arrest me. You won't do it. And then he doesn't. She just loses her gosh darn marbles. She's just going insane. Like, you actually asked him to arrest you. He's just complying. That is consent, madam. When the Idaho Foundation has to be contacted, real shit's going down. Real unconstitutional shit has just been flung onto this realm. Once you arrest a Karen out in the public park, that is closed, mind you, you have unleashed at least like a threat level demon, Midnight Blue Alpha Omega, onto this realm.
Can you call? Her kids are here. Her kids are here. What is gonna happen? Who's got her kids? This makes no sense.
What's gonna happen to her kids? What's gonna happen to the kids of the woman who just said, arrest me, you won't do it, no balls? Maybe she's not fit to have kids if she's just trying to be like, oh, activism comes before my children. Just a thought. I don't know. I'm not a parent, so what does my opinion matter?
He is arresting her for being on a public playground. He is arresting her right now. Officer Fiscus.
As a person, does this make sense to you?
Officer, what is your name and badge number?
Man, you're gonna step away from me.
What is your name and badge number? He does not want to give his name or badge number. I asked him 3 times.
Our children playing in the playground. Can we please
You cannot arrest her.
anyone in Meridian, any of our centers available?
This is Sergeant Fiscus.
Sergeant Fiscus just arrested her. She was standing. Arrested her.
Governor told us
Sarah
last
is
night the
being
lockdown was
arrested.
over.
Who told you that?
I
haven't heard that.
Like, hurry up. It's over, bro. Look at everybody have the park has some fun.
That's statewide. This is a city thing.
The epic conclusion to the Karen invasion of the Idaho Community Park was an epic saga. Probably my favorite anime arc of the entire COVID pandemic. after doing just like the bare minimum research, and by bare minimum research, I mean I read the comments in the thread that the video was posted, and then I read the article from some news outlet in Idaho about these moms. Apparently they're a group, also anti-vaxxers. You know, that's great impression right away, but they're, you know, they just kind of try to do these sort of social protest things, and they're not my people. I would probably not associate with them, is what I would say. So that's the video for today. I got a little bit frustrated. I ain't gonna lie. I do be vibing though. So I said a lot, a whole lot actually. Enough to make you like the video, comment, and subscribe even? Perhaps, perhaps not. I hope you do though. I really do hope you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So, with that, as always, please help me find a girlfriend, and bye-bye.